Let's see. I think my mic is on now. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. If you're here, I would love for you to say hello. Welcome to Mega Selling Artist Live. It's Tuesday. Every Tuesday, we are here in the group, and I love going live and really sharing some sales science secrets with you that help move you forward. So, like I said, say hello as you're signing in. I always like to see who's here. And if you're watching it in replay, hey, let me know that you got to watch it in replay. I see someone morning, so it must be morning where you're at. I'm sorry I can't see a name, but let me know. All right. I want to start out with a quick question before we get going. I would like for you, whoever's here, or if you're watching it replay, tell me how long you have been a part or in the Mega Selling Artist community here. Did you just join a couple months ago, or have you been here with me for years? Because I have been doing this for a couple of years now, I think maybe 3. So let me know. Nicole, StreamYard hates me. Yeah, that's weird. They won't recognize your name. Well, thanks, Nicole, for letting me know. But I would love to hear from you. Go ahead and post it in the stream when you have time in the comments and let me know how long you've been a part of this community. And I love having new people and meeting new people as we grow this group, but I also love seeing who's been here for a long time. So, hey, Nicole, good to see you for making it. Okay. Here's what I want to talk about. We have, those of you who have been here for a while, you know that I talk about how we are like hikers, right? We're on an expedition and we're climbing towards our summit, and we have our backpacks with all of our tools and gear and all the things we need. And one of the things that happens to everyone, this is just part of the journey, is we deal with trail blockers. Trail blockers are those obstacles that get us stuck, that get in our way, that really want to keep us from reaching our goals, whatever that is. And one of the ones I like to talk about, paradigms, I have the one I call, it's the hamster wheel paradigm. This is the kind of trail blocker that just repeats over and over and over again. And it's our automatic response that happens every time that gets in our way. The truth is that they are healthy for us, right? Paradigms can be very healthy for us, but when we don't have positive paradigms, they don't work for us. And trail blockers are really healthy for us. Trail blockers are the challenges we face that let us become our best selves. There are opportunities to change all the negative hamster wheel paradigms and create new ones that help us grow, right? So that we can embrace our power. Oh my gosh, we are such powerful beings, and a lot of times we do not tap into it. So who's facing trail blockers right now? Trail blockers. What does that mean, right? How do they impact our business? How do they stop us from achieving our goals? I'll tell you, I'll give you an example. I'll tell you a story of a huge trail blocker that I had, and it's been something that I consistently have to practice to overcome. When I first realized I was on the hamster wheel paradigm, when I was doing that. So I was growing my coaching business and my art business for that matter, but this happened during when I was growing this coaching business. And I had a chance to join a really high level coaching program, extremely elite group, a 2CCX club where you get to work personally with Russell Brunson. If you don't know who he is, Russell Brunson is the founder of ClickFunnels. He's kind of a founder of online funnels in general. Like after he did that, a whole bunch of other, you've got Sam's Cart and Shopify and all these other sales funnel formats started showing up, but he is the original dude. And what he teaches isn't just how to build funnels, but it's also how to message, right? How to message to your audience, how to write copy, and yes, all the technical stuff that goes with building funnels, which was quite a lot to handle. But here's the thing: when I had this opportunity presented to me several times, and every time I would just automatically shut it down. My paradigms, hey Katrina, my paradigms would start popping up. Those hamster wheel paradigms that just went on all the time. And they were working against me. They were never helping me move forward. That's when, you know, my hamster wheel paradigm, I'll just admit it. My hamster wheel paradigm as an entrepreneur, and how this paradigm got there, we could talk about this some other time, is that I really feel like I failed if I can't figure out how to do it myself. If I have to ask someone's help, I feel like I've failed. Now think about how backwards that is, right? It's so hamster wheelish when you think about the fact that starting an online business, starting any kind of business, I'm a psychology degree person. All my training, all my education was in psychology. I had no training in business, right? No training in, how to build sales. Just none of that was in my wheelhouse. But yet here I am thinking that I failed if I don't know how to do that by myself. Now, I didn't have that expectation when I wanted to be able to have all the knowledge that I needed for my psychology degree. For some reason, I was fine going to school and getting a degree, but if I couldn't figure this out, I failed. Do you see how that was keeping me from getting where I needed to go? And then all the other stuff starts popping up, right? Where we start doubting ourselves, right? We're not sure if we can do it. We are discouraged. We're like, I don't know if it's actually worth it. The time and the money, right? The money, the time, all of that. You start panicking like, well, what if I do that and it's not worth it? What if I really can't do that? And you start feeling like you just need to give up. Or we start blaming our circumstances. All of these are hamster wheel paradigms that we get stuck on. We blame our circumstances. Well, all of those things happen, and there's nothing wrong with you if that happens. Here's the good news, right? There's nothing wrong with you. That is completely normal. It's the way our brains are wired to survive. Our brains are wired to automatically poo-poo any new opportunity and new idea. Our brains like the hamster wheel. So if we're going to get past that, we need to be able to override that programming. And we got to be able to dig into our backpack, right? And pull out the piece of gear we need. And one of those pieces of gear we're going to talk about today, it is number 3 in our multi-millionaire, billionaire success secrets of how we can keep moving toward our goal, how we can get ourselves past the trail blockers and move on to our goal. So I'm Shauna St. James. I am a sales science and mindset expert. Like I said, my degree and background is in psychology. So I've spent a lot of years practicing and studying sales science. I'm the owner of Mega Selling Artists, where I get to work with artists across the globe, helping them do things that move their business forward, right? Increasing their prices, sell more art, and get where they want to go so they have the life they want to live. I love my job. I'm so proud to be doing this, and I'm so humbled to be able to be on this journey with all these amazing artists. Oh my gosh, I hope you know how amazing you are if you are here. All right, so here it is. We're on part 3. If you recall, we already did parts 1 and 2. The 3 millionaire success secrets. Number 1 was mindfulness, right? Like stay in the present. Your power is in the present. Let go of all the stuff that's in the past, right? The stuff that didn't go right, the stuff that you feel guilty about, all the shoulds, all the, if I'd only. Let go of all that. Stay in the present. And then the number 2 was change your focus. Stop focusing on all the stuff that's going wrong or that you don't know how to do or that's keeping you stuck or, the money that you don't have, the time that you don't have. Stop focusing that and start focusing on what you want. because what we think about, we bring about, right? These are true powerful tools. They work with universal laws. And the most successful people that we see in our world today, the Oprah Winfrey's, the Sir Richard Branson's, the Bill Gates, these are the tools they use to get there. And you're like, well, they kind of sound simple. They are simple in concept, but they take a lot of practice to be able to make them a habit, because we're rewiring the brain. Our brains naturally function. We're working so that we are in more control of that. So here we go. This is number 3. We're on our way. I want you to be able to stop repeating the hamster wheel, stop repeating the negative cycle, so that when you have the opportunity and you see the path to growth and change and to get what you really want, I want you to be able to do that. I want you to be able to get out of the cycle. So what does it look like, right? Here's where I see artists get stuck the most often, where the hamster wheel paradigm becomes their biggest trail blocker. And it's when, like I said, it's when they have the opportunity to make the change in their business, to transform their business. It always comes with getting help. You guys get stuck in the same place I did. It comes with getting help. Now, your thoughts about that as to why you don't want to get help, there can be numerous reasons, right? So instead of finding a way to make it happen, you're just automatically shutting down. Whether you think like me, like I was, well, I shouldn't have to get help. I'm a complete failure if I have to get help. Or maybe it's because you're like, well, of course I would love to, but I can't because. Those kinds of phrases, if you hear those in your head, you're on your hamster wheel paradigm. Or I should be able to figure this out. I shouldn't need to spend all that money to get where I want to accomplish what I want to go. Like I shouldn't have to spend the money that I had to spend to hire Russell to help me get where I want to go. Lots of pride there, right? To learn marketing, to learn business skills, to learn. I had a hard time with that. Or other phrases, well, I just can't. I'm not good at. I don't have the money. I never have time. I wish. Well, if only, whether it's if I had the support of my partner and family, or if it's a better time, it's just not the right time. Those are all hamster wheel paradigms because they're keeping us where our brain is comfortable. Have you ever bumped into these? I'm sure, I know I'm not the only one. It's embarrassing to admit. I get it. It's embarrassing to admit when we're stuck on those, but we stay on the hamster wheel because we feel safe. That's the way our brains are wired. Our brains are wired to go, no, that sounds A, new, don't like new, always suspicious of new. B, it might be hard. I don't really want to work that hard. And C, I don't know. What if it doesn't work? That's really risky. Our brain, that's the way our brains are wired. It's always going to shut down the best opportunity. It just automatically does. We have to change that for ourselves because our brain is always satisfied. It is satisfied as long as things are the same. Even if the result that we have is unsatisfying, it's still better than taking a risk. That's how our brain makes decisions when we're not in control of it, right? It's better to stay with the same known, not super glorious or happy, than it is to risk the unknown. Yeah, it's just the way we're wired. So we've got to get off that hamster wheel because you deserve to have the customers who love you, who love buying your art, who come back again and again, who tell other people about your art. I was just talking to one of our artists, and that was my favorite thing is, word of mouth. She has one piece that she did, and this guy is telling everybody, and she's getting all of these commissions from referrals. And those are the things that we deserve to have. You deserve to have the business that you love, not be a slave to your art business, trying to figure it all out yourself, just spending so much time. Oh, all right. So here it is. Number 3, I want you to ask yourself 2 questions. This is the third millionaire, billionaire success secret. They ask themselves these 2 questions. Who can help me get what I want? Not how do I figure this out? Who can I get to help me get to where I want to go? Who can help me get the results I want the fastest? And they will search that. That's who they search for. They don't spend the time trying to figure it out themselves. They don't go through all the misery. Their first go-to is, who can help me accomplish this? This is what I want. I know what I want. Wow. Think about all the stuff I need to, oh my gosh. Yeah. I don't want to figure that out myself. Boom. Who can help me get the results I want? And number 2, what's the one thing I can do right now to start getting that result or to start connecting with that person? What's one thing I can do right now, no matter how small? Do you not know who you need to go to? Do you not know who can help you? Well, the first step is figuring out who can really help you, figuring out what you really need. I don't know why my camera is so strange right now. That's it. That's the third secret. I know you're like, really? Yes, really. When you listen to and when you talk to all of these big, huge, empire owning, successful people, it's really pretty simple how they get where they're going. They use resources that we don't normally think of automatically as entrepreneurs. So, all right, it's your turn. It's your turn. I want you to really think about this. I want you to stay mindful. I want you to change your focus, and I want you to ask yourself these 2 questions. Who can I get? Who can help me get where I want to go? And what's the one thing I can do right now to connect with that person? Because that's what you need. I want you to be freaking courageous, right? I want you to be bold. I want you to stand up for what you deserve. I want you to own it, to start taking steps to the summit, to bet on yourself. You can do this. Whatever it is that's at the summit for you, I know you can do it. I know you can do it. But it's okay. Sometimes we need a little help. Sometimes, even though we think we can do it on our own, it's just not the smartest, easiest way. So much better when you have someone who knows what they're doing or who's done it before, and it makes it so much more enjoyable and ultimately more rewarding when you realize that you didn't waste a bunch of time trying to figure it out yourself. Wow, that was me. I was like, why hadn't I done this sooner? It was ridiculous that I expected to be able to figure that out on my own. So check yourself. What hamster wheel are you on? What hamster wheel to nowhere are you on? Those paradigms can kick us in the butt every time. Every time. All right. I will see you next week. Thank you for being here. And again, invite anyone else. If you know someone else who can really use this, who can use the sales science secrets to help them move forward, let them know. Invite them to join. All right. Take care. Bye, everyone.